Welcome to Literally Victorian with your host, Matthew Lee Anson.
Hello and welcome to Literally Victorian. This time around, we look into the world of Thomas Richard Allinson. In Victorian Britain, medicine was an authoritative institution, confident, rigid, and often dangerous. Doctors prescribed opium freely, bled their patients, and defended traditions long after evidence had failed them. Into this world stepped a man who refused to conform. His name was Thomas Richard Allinson, physician, reformer, and outspoken critic of Victorian medical orthodoxy. To his followers, he was a visionary. To the medical establishment, he was a menace. This is the story of the doctor who believed that health should not begin in the pharmacy, but in the kitchen. Thomas Allinson was born in 1858 into a working-class family in Yorkshire. He trained as a physician at the University of Edinburgh, one of the most respected medical schools in Britain. Yet even during his training, Allinson was uneasy. Victorian medicine relied heavily on drugs, stimulants, and interventions that often did more harm than good. Alcohol, opium, mercury, and purgatives were routinely prescribed. Allinson began to question whether health could truly be restored through substances that weakened the body. Allinson reached a radical conclusion for his time. Health was not something to be repaired, it was something to be maintained. He argued that diet was the foundation of all well-being. Allinson advocated wholemeal bread instead of refined white loaves, a largely vegetarian diet, fresh fruit and vegetables, minimal sugar, little or no alcohol, plenty of water. His wholemeal bread, later branded simply as Allinson bread, became a symbol of his philosophy: natural, unrefined, and honest. This alone set him apart in a society that prized white bread as a marker of refinement and status. Allinson's health reforms extended beyond diet. He promoted daily exercise, open windows, even in winter, regular bathing, loose, practical clothing, clean living environments. At a time when many believed cold air caused illnesses, Allinson insisted that stale, enclosed air was the real danger. He rejected excessive clothing and overheating, arguing that the body needed exposure to remain resilient. To Victorians obsessed with comfort and propriety, these ideas seemed reckless, even immoral. Perhaps most controversial was Allinson's stance on alcohol and tobacco. Victorian doctors frequently prescribed alcohol as a stimulant, tonic, or sedative. Allinson denounced the practice outright. He believed alcohol weakened the nervous system, dulled the mind, and damaged digestion. Tobacco, too, he viewed as a harmful indulgence rather than a harmless pleasure. These views won him followers among temperance advocates and enemies among his peers. Allinson did not merely practice his beliefs quietly, he published them. He wrote pamphlets, books, and columns attacking conventional medicine and urging the public to take responsibility for their own health. This brought him into direct conflict with the General Medical Council. Allinson refused to retract his views or soften his criticism. In 1892, after repeated warnings, he was struck off the medical register, effectively barred from practicing as a doctor. To Allinson, this was not a defeat. It was confirmation that the system was unwilling to change. Even without official recognition, Allinson continued to influence public life. He opened bakeries. He lectured widely. He published advice columns. He became a household name associated with natural health. Working class families, in particular, embraced his ideas, seeing in them a practical, affordable alternative to costly medicines. Allinson's message was simple: eat well, live simply, trust the body. Was he right? With hindsight, many of Allinson's ideas appear remarkably modern. Whole grains, plant-based diets, reduced alcohol consumption, exercise, and fresh air. These principles underpin much of today's public health advice. Yet not all of his claims were scientifically sound. He rejected vaccines and certain medical interventions that we now know to be beneficial. Allinson was not a modern doctor, but he was not a quack either. He occupied the uncomfortable space between innovation and dogma. Thomas Allinson died in 1918 during a world reshaped by war and scientific medicine. His legacy lives on, most visibly in Allinson's bread, still available today. But his deeper legacy lies in a question he dared to ask. Should medicine treat illness or prevent it? In a century dominated by pills, procedures, and authority, Allinson insisted on personal responsibility, simplicity, and natural living. Thomas Allinson challenged Victorian medicine, not with scandal or spectacle, but with bread, fresh air, and stubborn conviction. He was dismissed, censored, and expelled, yet many of his ideas outlived his critics. In a world searching once again for balance between intervention and prevention, the rebellious doctor of the Victorian age still has something to say. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and click the notification bell if you want to see more videos. And until next time, take care. Bye for now.